Um, so today I'll be showing you how to create your own standard part libraries from scratch inside of Onshape. Okay, so you might want to do this because you have parts that you use frequently and parts that have different sizes, configurations, and all of that, and you use them frequently. You insert them into assemblies frequently. So you might want to create your own custom part libraries for those kinds of parts. Okay, so I have such a part here. It's a shaft clip, and it's supposed to be, it's designed to be 3D printed. And as you can see, I have several configurations of this, right? Different sizes and all of that. So it's pretty easy to do, and I'm going to walk you through it. So first and foremost, you create a new document, right? Like you're starting a new design. Just create a new document, name it what you want. You can also label it as well, and any other things you might want to add in the property dialog box, you can do that for that document. The next thing you might want to do after designing your part is to enable like quick mating in your assembly, right? And you do that by creating like a mounting point and with a make connector. So this is mine here. I just attach it to the center of this cylinder, to the center face of this cylinder, and then you make sure that the owner entity is the part itself, and then you're good to go. So you place your make connector depending on how your part is supposed to be positioned or mounted in the assembly. Alright, and that's pretty much it for the part design side of this. So very quickly I will jump into an assembly where I used this part and show you how you can insert your standard parts into your assembly. Alright, so one more thing before we move to the assembly. Alright, after you're done creating your document, you've added your mounting points, you might need to create a version, right? Especially if you're going to be using your custom part in a different document, which I believe is a very likely workflow, right? If you're not going to be using a different document, then creating a version might not be necessary, but you might need to do that regardless, right? And it's as easy as create version, and that is that, right? So I have multiple version 3 now on this document, and after every change, and I'll show you, I made sure I wrote down a description of what exactly changed in the version. So you might not need to do this, but I think it's helpful for you to keep track of what changed on your version, so you're not lost or confused along your design. Alright, so I think that's something that you could do as well. And yeah, once you're done with that, you can now link this document into another document, right? Insert this into your assembly, and you should be good to go. Yeah. Alright, so here is my assembly. It's a railroad drive robot test platform, right? And so I have these shafts a coupling actually that attaches to the servo, and I want to be able to just prevent any form of axial translation, right, in the z direction, right, and just keep it locked in. I don't have knots to do that, and it wasn't quite easy to 3D print um, a thread, right, at the ends of this, so I decided to use shaft clips instead. And yeah, I have two of these shafts that I'm going to be attaching those clips to. So go to the insert and find your document. Okay, so here I am in my shaft clip document, right? And then all I have to do is measure, check the diameter of the shaft I'm going to be putting this on. So it's a 6 mm shaft, right? Which means I'm going to be needing a 6 mm shaft clip, right? And make sure you conveniently name your configurations, because it helps you know exactly what you're putting into your assembly, right? So for me, these numbers just mean the shaft, the shaft diameter, the shaft we're going to be using the shaft clip on, that diameter, and the shaft clip thickness itself, right? So that's 0602, so 6 mm diameter and 2 mm thickness, right? And so on and so forth, all right? And choose the configuration I want, and very importantly, right, this is the reason why we created that make connector in the document, shaft clip document in the first place, so we can easily bring it into the assembly and it snaps on, like you would, on the standard content. It just snaps on, right? And that is enabled by snap mode, right? Snap mode. And I just select clip, and automatically it highlights make connectors that I could use to. So I'm going to choose this one down here, and boom, right, we're done. So I'm going to do that again. And then something you could do as well is orient, right? Orient your part how you want it. You can also switch the axis, the z-axis, to the opposite side as well, using the A to switch the z-axis, or flip it upside down, and Q to just rotate about the axis, just to position it, how you'd like to position it, right? And that's that, and then you clip it on, right? So yeah, this is pretty nifty technique that I use, and it saves me time and all the hassle of having to create a new clip every time for a different shaft. So I can just have these and 3D print them on the go, and yeah, have my assemblies work. So yeah, that's a tutorial, guys. Interestingly, there are very handy resources that I'll show you in a second on the Onshape platform, where you get to see how you can manage your custom libraries. All right, so this is an article by Bradley Saul. I hope hope I didn't butcher that right. But yeah, so best practices for managing custom libraries, and I studied this article actually before creating my own custom libraries, and I think you should too. You can look at it as well. So there are options for importing parts, um, parts that you might use frequently. Let's say servos, different kinds of servos. You can import them into Onshape. Put them together in a document, and have that as a custom library as well, right? And many other things too you could do, right? You could share libraries, with other teams within the company and stuff like that. So yeah, you can go through this document and find out more about how to manage custom libraries. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking around, and I'll see you on the next one.